There is a rule that every living thing obeys, no exceptions. You are born, you age, you die. 4 billion years of evolution, and that rule has never been broken. Until now. In the Mediterranean, drifting in the darkness of the ocean, there is a jellyfish 4.5 millimeters wide that science cannot explain. It has no brain, it has no heart, it has no blood. But it has something that no other animal in the history of life on Earth has ever had. The ability to reverse its own death. When it is about to die, it does not die. Its cells reprogram, its body shrinks, and it transforms into a younger version of itself. And it starts over, again and again, forever. Its name is Turritopsis dohrnii, and it is the only immortal animal on the planet. In 1883, marine biologists found a small transparent jellyfish floating in the waters off the Italian coast. It was barely the size of a pinky nail, clear body, bright red stomach visible through its skin. Up to 90 thin tentacles trailing behind it like threads of glass. They cataloged it, gave it a Latin name, and forgot about it. For over 100 years, no one looked at it twice. It was one of thousands of jellyfish species drifting through the oceans. Nothing special, nothing remarkable, nothing worth studying. It drifted through 2 world wars, the invention of antibiotics, the discovery of DNA, the moon landing, and the mapping of the human genome. And during all of that time, while science was unlocking the secrets of life, the answer to its biggest question was floating in the Mediterranean, 4.5 millimeters wide, completely ignored. Then, in 1996, a researcher in Genoa, Italy, observed something that should not have been possible. A mature Turritopsis dohrnii that had already reproduced, an adult at the end of its natural life cycle, began to change. Instead of dying, its bell started to collapse inward. Its tentacles retracted into its body. Its cells, specialized adult cells that had already differentiated into muscle, nerve, and digestive tissue, began to lose their identity. They stopped being what they were, and they started becoming something else. Within 36 hours, the dying adult jellyfish had transformed into a polyp, a juvenile, a baby. Not a new organism, the same one, the same genetic material, the same animal, but young again, as if someone had taken a butterfly and turned it back into a caterpillar. Except this was real, and it was happening in a laboratory in Italy under the eyes of scientists who had no framework to explain what they were seeing. The jellyfish had reversed its own biological clock. To understand why this should be impossible, you need to understand how every other animal on Earth works. Every jellyfish species in the ocean follows the same life cycle. It begins with a fertilized egg that develops into a planula larva, a tiny, free-swimming organism that drifts through the water looking for a surface to attach to. When it finds one, it settles and transforms into a polyp, a stationary structure anchored to the ocean floor that looks nothing like a jellyfish. The polyp grows, buds, and eventually releases medusae, the bell-shaped, tentacled form that most people recognize as a jellyfish. The medusa grows into a sexually mature adult, reproduces, and dies. Egg, larva, polyp, medusa, death. It is a one-way road. It has always been a one-way road. In every species, in every ocean, for over 500 million years. Turritopsis dohrnii is the only animal that can turn around on that road and drive back to the beginning. The reason this is so extraordinary lies in something called cellular differentiation. When any organism develops, its cells specialize. A stem cell, which has the potential to become anything, commits to a specific identity. It becomes a muscle cell, or a nerve cell, or a skin cell. And from that moment on, that is what it is, forever. This is the foundation of developmental biology. Differentiation is a one-way door. Once a cell walks through it, it cannot walk back. Every textbook in every university on Earth says so. Every organism in 4 billion years of evolutionary history confirms it. Turritopsis dohrnii walks back through the door. The process is called transdifferentiation. When the jellyfish is stressed, whether by starvation, physical injury, disease, temperature change, or simply old age, its adult cells do something that no other animal's cells can do. They de-differentiate. They lose their specialized identity and revert to a stem cell-like state. Muscle cells stop being muscle cells. Nerve cells stop being nerve cells. Digestive cells forget they are digestive cells. They become raw, unspecialized, programmable, blank pages. And then they re-differentiate. They rebuild the organism from scratch. But not as an adult, as a polyp. A juvenile form anchored to the ocean floor, genetically identical to the adult that was dying moments before, but biologically young. New tentacles, new bell, new organs, same DNA. The organism has not reproduced, it has not cloned itself. It has rewound itself. Like a tape that plays to the end and rewinds to the beginning. Same tape, same music, different playback. The entire process takes between 24 and 36 hours. In less than 2 days, a dying adult becomes a living juvenile. And the cycle starts again. Polyp to medusa, medusa to adult, adult to polyp. Over and over. There is no theoretical limit to how many times this can happen. Scientists have observed individual specimens reversing their age more than 10 times in laboratory conditions. Each time, the organism rebuilt itself completely. Each time, the cells reprogrammed without error. Each time, the biological clock reset to zero. This is not healing. This is not regeneration. A starfish can regrow an arm. A lizard can regrow a tail. An axolotl can regrow a heart. But none of them can regrow their own youth. Turritopsis dohrnii does not repair damage. It erases time. It does not slow aging. It reverses it. And it does this with no brain, no central nervous system, and no conscious awareness that it is doing anything at all. In 2022, a team at the University of Oviedo in Spain published the first complete genome of Turritopsis dohrnii in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. They compared it to the genome of its closest relative, Turritopsis rubra, a nearly identical species in size, shape, and habitat. The two species look almost the same under a microscope, but Turritopsis rubra ages normally and dies. The differences between the two genomes were extraordinary. Turritopsis dohrnii has double the number of genes associated with DNA repair and protection. Where its mortal cousin has 1 copy of a repair gene, the immortal jellyfish has 2, sometimes 3. Its genome also contains expanded copies of genes that maintain telomeres. Telomeres are the protective caps on the ends of chromosomes. Every time a cell divides, the telomeres get shorter. When they run out, the cell can no longer divide. It ages. It dies. This is the biological clock. This is the countdown that kills every human, every elephant, every tree, every bacterium. In every organism on Earth, the telomeres shorten with time. In Turritopsis dohrnii, during the reversal process, the telomeres do not shorten. They rebuild. The caps grow back. The countdown resets. The clock goes back to zero. The study also found something even more remarkable. Unusual duplications in genes that control polycomb repressive complexes. These are molecular machines that determine which genes are turned on during development. They are the switches that tell a cell what to become. In every other animal, once these switches are flipped, they stay flipped. A heart cell has its switches locked in one position. A brain cell has its switches locked in another. The settings are permanent. In Turritopsis dohrnii, the switches flip back. All of them. The organism rereads its own genetic instruction manual from the beginning. Not from the chapter it was on, from page 1. This is the closest thing to a biological reset button that has ever been discovered in nature. And it exists inside a creature smaller than a grain of rice. But immortal does not mean invincible. This is the part that most people misunderstand. Turritopsis dohrnii can be eaten. Sea turtles eat it. Fish eat it. Other jellyfish eat it. Sea slugs eat it. It is consumed in enormous quantities every single day in oceans around the world. It can be killed by disease, by pollution, by temperatures outside its range, by changes in salinity. It can be torn apart by storms, crushed by waves, or simply swept into waters where it cannot survive. The word immortal refers only to its ability to reverse aging. It does not mean the animal cannot die. It means the animal does not have to die. If nothing kills it from the outside, there is no internal mechanism that will kill it from the inside. It has no expiration date, no built-in countdown, no programmed death. And this is the paradox. It has solved the one problem that every other organism on Earth has failed to solve: aging. The biological clock. The countdown that kills every tree, every whale, every human being who has ever lived. And yet, it drifts through the ocean completely defenseless. No teeth, no venom, no speed, no armor, no camouflage. 4.5 millimeters of transparent jelly with no ability to swim against a current, eaten by animals that will age and die within years, while the jellyfish they just consumed carried the key to eternal life inside its cells. The secret to immortality exists. It is real. It has been proven in laboratories, and it belongs to a creature that most of the ocean does not even notice. Originally found only in the Mediterranean, Turritopsis dohrnii has now been documented in oceans around the world. The Atlantic, the Pacific, the waters off Japan, Panama, Spain, and Florida. It has spread globally, likely carried in the ballast water of cargo ships. The immortal jellyfish is now everywhere, silently drifting through every major ocean, resetting its age, starting over, in waters where no one is looking for it. There is a question that follows this discovery like a shadow. Can we use it? Can the mechanism that allows a 4-millimeter jellyfish to reset its biological clock be applied to human cells? The answer is complicated. The genes that Turritopsis dohrnii uses to reverse its age, the DNA repair genes, the telomere maintenance genes, the pluripotency activators, they all have human equivalents. We carry the same genes. They are in your DNA right now. Every cell in your body has the same raw machinery, but in humans, these genes are silenced after embryonic development. They turn off, and they stay off forever. When scientists have tried to reactivate them artificially, the result is not rejuvenation, it is cancer. The same cellular reprogramming that makes the jellyfish immortal makes human cells malignant. In the jellyfish, transdifferentiation rebuilds the organism. In humans, transdifferentiation creates tumors. The same process, two opposite outcomes. Same key, different locks. The question is why? Why can a jellyfish with no brain reprogram its cells safely, while the most advanced medical technology on Earth cannot do it without triggering uncontrolled growth? The answer may lie in the jellyfish's expanded DNA repair genome. Its repair genes do not just allow the reversal, they police it. They monitor every step of the reprogramming process, scanning for errors, correcting mutations before they propagate, ensuring that every new cell is a clean copy. The jellyfish does not just reset its clock, it proofreads the reset every single time, with a precision that human medicine has not yet been able to replicate. Scientists at laboratories in Spain, Japan, Italy, and the United States are now studying these mechanisms, not to make humans immortal, but to understand how to repair damaged tissue without triggering cancer, how to reset a single organ without resetting the entire body, how to extend the health of human cells by even a fraction of what the jellyfish achieves naturally. If they succeed, the implications would reshape medicine entirely, not because of immortality, because of the elimination of age-related disease. Heart failure, Alzheimer's, organ degeneration, arthritis. The diseases that kill most human beings are not infections or injuries. They are diseases of aging. And aging is exactly what this jellyfish has defeated. 4.5 millimeters, no brain, no heart, no blood, no bones. Drifting through every ocean on the planet, invisible to almost everything around it. And inside its transparent body, the answer to the oldest question any civilization has ever asked. Why do we die? And can we stop it? The jellyfish does not know it carries this secret. It has no brain to know anything. It does not understand what it does. It does not understand what it is. It simply exists, resets, and exists again. A loop with no endpoint. A life with no expiration date. While every animal around it ages and dies, the immortal jellyfish drifts on. Smaller than a raindrop, older than any calculation can determine, carrying the blueprint for eternal life in a body that most of the ocean ignores. It cannot think, it cannot feel, it cannot choose, but it can do the one thing that every thinking, feeling, choosing organism on this planet cannot. It can live forever, and nobody knows why.